It is incredibly random what I do, and that keeps it interesting. So we've gone from bowling balls to busts to birds. Well, hello, you wonderful bunch, and welcome back to my shed. It's actually a Friday. I'm running a bit late because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because I stayed up to watch the election results come in. It's something I've been doing since the 90s. I find our whole electoral process very fascinating, and I like to sit up and watch it. So that's what happened, and I'm now paying for it. Can't even speak, can't form words. Anyway, I didn't put a picking orders video out on Monday this week, and I thought I'd put together a little one today. There's not masses going out. I won't do all of it, actually. I think I'm going to do seven most random items that I've sold on eBay. That's what this is going to be. In fact, one of them is a private sale. So 6 eBay orders and a private sale. And we'll chat about the items as we go. And you can see just how random the selection of stuff is that heads out of the door from this shed on a daily basis. So I'll find a tripod, put you in it, and we shall begin. Okay, just pop you there for a sec. Right, I have eBay open. The first item was a bit of an experiment. I bought in a charity shop a bowling ball, as in a 10-pin bowling ball. You know, massive, great thing. Will I buy one again? I think I might. It has sold. It went, I think this was an offer, £26 plus £7 postage, because it's a beast, it's a heavy thing. But it was £7 in the charity shop, so it's not an amazing amount of margin in it, really. But it was an experiment, it was something interesting, and it has gone. So I'll put the picture on screen here so you can properly see it. It had like a galaxy swirl effect. It's quite an attractive thing. It's actually down here in its case, and oh yeah, it's heavy. I can't remember what weight it actually was. It probably says on the listing. Let me have a look. 5.4 kilos of bowling ball in there. But that's the first of the items that has to leave the shed today. And then by extreme contrast, the next item are a pair of African tribal hand-carved ebony busts. They've got a lot of age to them. We bought them at a yard sale, and the gentleman told me that they were bought by his mother, I think it was, in the 1940s in Sierra Leone. They had a little bit of damage to them. We actually bought 2 pairs of busts from this chap. The first pair went really quick, and these have sat for a while on the shelf. And then we had an offer in yesterday. Now they've got £3.99 shipping on. We had an offer come in of £21 and a penny, which made the grand total exactly 25. Do you get those offers? Well, the offer they make when added to the postage comes to a round figure. We get a few of those. Anyway, I thought they owe us a £5. We'd already sold the other pair we bought with them. So we were quite happy with that. The other reason I thought, yeah, we'll take it, is the fact that they have some damage. There you can see a bit of the damage where it's been chipped off. So they have gone. Pop those over there. So it's a pair, male and female. They have some weight to them. And yeah, we really liked these. And I'm glad they are off to a new home. So that's random item number 2. Well, it's 2 items, but you know, 1 order. Next is actually 3 items, but we're going to class it as 1 because it's all going as 1 order. Do you remember the country birds? If you've been following me for a while, you'll remember, hopefully. In the corner here, we don't have many left. I bought a collection of these birds. There was like 70 odd of them. We sold all of the ones that had damage, had chips and cracks and stuff. We sold all of those as a bundle. And then we've been selling them individually. Well, I've sold another 3 at £10 each. The whole collection cost me 20. I've done surprisingly well out of it, if I'm being honest. After I'd bought them, I really did think, why have I done this? What, was this a wise decision? But yes, they've actually been quite profitable, particularly when somebody buys multiple, because they're all on at 10, actually some were on a little bit higher. The vast majority were on at £10 all in. So when somebody buys just one, it's not that great, excuse me, once you take shipping and Visa. But when somebody buys multiples, it works out quite well. So this was a £30 order. Let me just see which birds we've got to find. A house sparrow, a swallow, and a sand martin. Yeah, so when they buy 3, that's £30, and the postage has got to come out of that. The postage is basically the same as one, same for 3 as it would be for 1. They're not heavy things. Anyway, so that's the little selection that we have left. And if you remember how many I started with, yeah, I've done well. And we've got to take 3 out of here. There's a sand martin clinging to the cliff face. It was swallow, wasn't it? There's a swallow. We have swifts that fly up and down the road here. We actually have swift boxes on the back of our house. None are nesting in them at the moment. And this is quite a nice little model with its bird bath. It's a house sparrow. So those 3 heading out the door for 30. So we've gone from bowling balls to busts to birds. And now we're going to a gentleman's travel grooming kit. I really like this item. It turned out it didn't have a great deal of value, but we bought it at a yard sale along with loads of other stuff. Got a really good deal. So it doesn't owe us much at all, but there's not a great deal of demand for this. It's in a lovely real leather case. It's got that smell to it, that antique leather smell. It reminds me of my granddad, the whole feel and look of this and the smell. So that's what it is. It has these little glass cases that you would put, I don't know what you would put in there, shaving cream or whatever, a soap maybe. It has a Gillette razor, a brush, a mirror and a comb. The brand was, now what does it say on the listing? 2 Ticks. And it is in immaculate condition. I thought it might be worth considerably more than it actually was. These are fairly common and there's not a great deal of demand. So it went in the end at £13 all in. I think I've reduced it down from where we started. But from something that we bought at a yard sale, there was a whole selection of stuff we bought off a really lovely couple. So let's say it owes us £1 or so. It's not too bad, but yeah, not a great deal of value, but just a lovely item. So from a gentleman's grooming kit, we move on to comics. Now then, you may remember I spent quite a lot of money on a collection of comics, a whole load of action figures, all from one store. We spent £50. Was it 50 or 55? There or thereabouts. And it included all of these comics. The action figures we ended up selling off on Whatnot, and we made over £100 on the action figures. I also still have these figures in here, which I'm going to do as a collection of these Shadowrun. I have a whole collection of those, which I'm going to list for about £50. But I managed to get all of these comics sorted out and listed, and we sold on offer. The offer came in, what was it, last night I think it was, and this stack were listed at £85. The offer came in at 60, and I went backwards and forwards thinking, oh no, I'm going to hold out. I think I might be able to get near at 80. And then we had the chat and we said, well, we sold all the figures from that one purchase for over £100. The comics really don't owe us anything. And how many people are going to want this many Buffy comics? £60 is still a fair amount, right? So don't turn it down or counter offer and then regret. Just take it, was what we came up with. So it's that stack. These are all Buffy comics. I have also made up a few smaller lots, as you would have seen. There's some little storyline sets of 3 and 4 comics. These were not, they were sequential comics, but they're not complete runs. There's 2 or 3 different kind of series in here, kind of a mixed up match set, really. Mixed match of comics. Yeah. Anyway, they're going £60. I remember looking at the address when it came in. It looks like it's a comic shop they're going to. So somebody's going to break them down and sell them on. Hopefully do well out of it. We've made our money on them. Yes, Slab City Comics is going to. So if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate the order. They have gone. So from comics, in our completely random assortment of stuff, we go to a pair of lawn bowls shoes. Yep. I picked up a set of lawn bowls, sold the bowls, and I sold the bowls with the bag. They came with a carry bag. And also in there was a pair of lawn bowling shoes, foam bottomed, flat soled lawn bowl shoes, and one of these little things that carries 4 lawn bowls. There was also a measure for measuring how far from the jack your bowls are. We sold the measure straight away for a tenner. We sold the lawn bowls for, I can't remember which set they were. We've sold several sets over the last few months. I think they were maybe around £100 or something like that. And then these have gone. There wasn't much in it, but it's just nice to sell off all of the bits and bobs. So there they are, grey lace-up lawn bowl shoes, plus the little carry thing has gone for £13. How random does it get? And then the next item is a private sale. I put a video out yesterday or the day before, which was a haul from a yard sale event. And I shared that I had picked up a collection of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, some are up here because I had started... Hello, Freddie. Can you hear him? I had started to go through the Yu-Gi-Oh! And just to see if I had any particularly valuable cards. There are some really nice ones in here. There's a Blue Eyes White Dragon, for example. So I'd started to go through the Yu-Gi-Oh! With a mind to pulling out some of the particularly expensive stuff and listing it individually. And then we had a message come in from a chap called Michael, and he threw out an offer based on what he'd seen on the video of me sharing all of this. And it was an offer that I was more than happy to accept. So these have all sold. Let me grab the rest of it. Oh, I'm kicking a box of Nerf. So it's all of this as well. Yeah, so hi Michael, thank you for the offer. You will have fun going through this. I'm going to chuck in all of it, everything, including all of the little Pokemon coins that I was going to do as a separate lot. And the little GX, what would you call that? Token thing. Oh, dropping them. So yes, there was that, the stack that I showed you, a box full there, the little album, which has some cards in, but not many, and these 2 boxes full. A mixture of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So that did not stick around. I've also had messages on that video about the box of electrical components, the vintage electronics and stuff. I don't think I've had any offers yet on that, but I might end up selling that privately. Had a lot of messages about some advice on what I might have there and how to sell it on, how to break it down, which components might have value, what some of the components are called. So much information coming through in private messages and some of the comments on that video. So that was cool. So there we go. There's a random assortment of stuff. I love the fact that I never know what I'm going to pick up when I'm outsourcing. I never know what's going to sell from day to day. It is incredibly random what I do, and that keeps it interesting. I have specialised over the years and just tried to stick to one product. For a while we were clothing sellers. Before I did YouTube, we specialised in clothing for a while. I also specialised in nothing but Lego for a while. But that doesn't keep me interested. It doesn't keep me excited about what I'm going to find, what I'm going to sell. Being a generalist and never knowing what I'm going to find and what's going to sell on a day-to-day basis just keeps it fun and interesting for me. So there you go. That was 7 random things that are heading out of the door today. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to carry on watching me, check this video out up here. I'll find a really old video of a sales roundup from way back when, so you can see what sort of random stuff I was selling a few years ago up here. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.